Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs. You know, a lot of people, especially at that age, would be really intimidated to move forward on a purchase like that, especially like a multifamily property. So how did you just, did you just get the Carlton Sheets course and get after it, or kind of walk me through how you put together that first deal, how you found it, how you funded it, all that good stuff?
Dude, I like it. The funny thing is my method of getting that deal has not changed almost at all. I closed that deal in 2004. What I do today is almost the same. So it's the same thing, and I'll walk you guys through it. Dude, the first thing I thought I wanted to be a house wholesaler, because you go to the internet and you look at how do you become a real estate investor, and that's kind of where everyone says to start. And that was, I didn't want to become an agent, at that time, and that wasn't interesting to me at that time. But I'm like, I want real estate to be part of my long-term gig. I just don't know what. And so, dude, I was in the forums for months. I was in the library. It was before we had these things, where we could actually look up information on our cell phones or hop on a live stream like this. It was going in the forums and learning. And I launched a website. I started to get leads from sellers. I started to talk to some sellers. And dude, I discovered, I'm like, for me, I didn't want to do that every day. I said, what if I could buy something once or do something once and have it produced for me for years? What if I could do something once and have it produced for years? And so that's what I did. I found a little thread in that forum that said, hey, right now there's a lot of people who are older who have rental properties, and this is still the case today, even more so today. There's a lot of people who are older and have rental properties, and many of them want to sell those rental properties, but they don't want to have to pay the extra tax by collecting a full cash payment. So they'll take terms, and opened up the Carlton Sheets course and literally went through it. And I started going through the public records. I went down to the courthouse there in that small town in Oregon. I knew that I wanted a property around the college and hospital because I think I could keep those pretty busy. So I first identified an area in town that would have less risk and more demand. And then went down to the courthouse and said, anything within this realm, I'd like anything that's a multifamily or the person's owned it longer than 10 years. And they gave me a list. It cost a little bit, but it wasn't that much at that time. And I literally, Oliver, went down that list and started writing letters to those people, like handwriting letters. I got a horn out the door, but started handwriting letters and talked to a few people. This one gentleman was retired, had 3 properties, did not want to deal with tenants and toilets and stuff anymore. And he said, you know what, I would be willing to take a chance on you. All I need is $10,000 down, and I'll carry the note at 6%. And so that's what we ended up doing. And I can go into any more of the details if you want.
Wow, I love that. I definitely want to unpack that a little bit, because that's really cool. And I love the fact that you bought it on terms, because I think that that's one thing that will be coming back, I think, right now.
Yep.
And as you know, the rest of the whole pandemic stuff continues to shake out, I think terms deals are really going to come back. And I think creative real estate investing is going to make a big comeback.
Yep.
So tell me about, so what you were handwriting the letters. What was the criteria of the people you were sending those letters to?
Yep. So for me, I wanted to, because I learned this online. So I just thought I would just do what people are saying to do online. I wanted to dive into anything that was 3 units or above, because at that time I was going to move into one of the units. Like that was the plan, was move into one of them, finish out college. If I had to do any work, I'd be on property. I ended up not doing it,
kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I ended up not moving into one of the units, but I wanted something that was between 3 and 10. Over 10 intimidated me quite a bit. Even the 4 did. And then the person had to own it for at least 10 years. And so that was it. That was and it had to be in this area. And that was it. So I identified the part of the town who would likely have equity and the size of property. And then we were able to negotiate that. And the funny thing is, you talk about terms and how they're popular today. The building I'm in now, I'm in another small town in Oregon. We have 8,000 square feet here. That's an entrepreneur co-work space. Then I bought the building next door last year. We bought it for $365, and I bought that on terms. Owner carry, 5% interest rate. $365 was the total purchase price. $15,000 down. That's it. And so now we're building apartments upstairs, and we're putting retail downstairs. Guys, terms are amazing, and we can dive into some ways we're doing that with some other deals too.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver and I'm a 3-time Inc. 500 real estate entrepreneur. I'm a co-founder of a brokerage with over 1,000 agents doing $4 billion in sales, and I'm an active real estate investor. But most importantly, I'm passionate about helping you grow your real estate business. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.